So good morning and welcome back over to Universal Orlando Resort. And it's also a brand new year here. It's 2020, our first trip out to Universal. Kind of sucks because we did miss out on the parade this year and all the Christmas stuff. We did get to see the Whoville Hula Days and how Grinch Stole Christmas stuff. Unfortunately missed the parade over here, but it is exciting because now we are starting to get into a slower season. Should be able to get on some things, see some things, and do new things. As also, there's a lot of changes that happened this January. Now that it is 2020, pass holders have a whole new line dedicated to the entrance area, and also they are going through the pins again. Also, it looked like on Facebook they have some new merchandise at the pass holder lounge. So we got here about 20 minutes before it opens. So we're gonna head on in. Allie doesn't need to go to the bathroom really quick. We're gonna head on in, see maybe we can find the pass holder entrance. So it's gonna be kind of a good day. We'll also then go over to Islands for a little bit as well and try to do some things. So we did see that they do have the pass holder entrance. So if you come up into the, so we came up, so if you go that way, it's the archway, you walk down. As soon as you come down, go to the left over to this side and the pass holder line's over here. I can tell you that was the quickest we've ever gotten into Universal in a long time.
I'm glad they put the entrance here because now we can get in quicker and we can actually start our day, right?
Yeah. Just because a lot of people when they buy the one-day tickets, they print it out and then they have to put their name on it, so it takes a little longer. So we'll have to go when we go over to Islands. We'll see if we can find theirs. I think they have them off to the far left, but yeah, that's pretty cool. It makes it a little bit nicer being a pass holder. So kind of working our way down towards the Hollywood section. Or the like near Beverly Hills. Still no official exact date on the Bourne Stuntacular coming here. We kind of keep it. We know it's coming. I think they said spring is when it's coming.
Oh, that?
Yeah, for Bourne. Spring is when I think they said it was coming, but no official date yet. And knowing Universal, they probably won't put anything out until probably just a couple weeks before it's supposed to open. Because that's what they kind of done before. But you also can get yourself an idea of how much longer it has because they still have the walls up around the 5 and Dine. Because that's where the exit will be, so they're having to retheme it for the Bourne Stuntacular. So since the pass holder lounge is not open until 11 a.m. and it's about 10:45 right now, or actually 10:50, we're going here into Williams of Hollywood into the prop shop. See if there's anything interesting or any of the Christmas stuff, because they may have some Christmas things left. You can see like they have a little wreath, but go in here and check it out. Oh, they have some posters. Oh look, they have a small thing from Horror Nights. That's pretty cool. The one thing as we're sitting here waiting for the lounge to open is, so they have like the Simpsons meeting out here with the RV, but it still kind of confuses me. They have a whole land that they reside in, and they have a whole meet and greet area, but why don't they use that and they have to bring it over here? I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's just something to it, but I was just like, it makes me kind of have to question it a little bit, because you get a lot of the meet and greets down Hollywood, because you also get Scooby and the gang behind us as well, but I don't know, curious about that. So here's some cool merchandise I actually have. So this is a Universal
cupcake shakes, pizza fries, twisted taters,
every event, every ride.
I want this.
What's the cost of it? What's the thing say?
$28 exact.
$28?
Yeah.
And then here's a cool thing. Look at this cup. It actually says UAP pass holder. It's like a rubber handle on it. This is $25. I already looked at the bottom. $25.
Oh, okay.
So and then this is like a light long sleeve.
It's $55.
It's not bad actually.
I like the Spirit jersey.
So light. And then they also have a blue one over on the other side. So this is a black and gray one. And then they have, yeah.
I gotta get one of these because like if it's like a little cooler like today, I should have get one.
It's like a light jacket. And then they also have a Spirit, like a Cincha Spirit jersey.
$55.
But see, this is always the thing about Universal ones. These are much lighter. These are a lighter material. So you said it's $55?
Yeah.
And then on the back it just says
This holder.
That's pretty cool actually.
Bigger
so this January's is Jaws 1. Just have a birthday on it. It says we're going to need a bigger cake. 30 years of killing it and we're still hungry. That's pretty cool actually. So it is January 7th and they still have a bunch of pins here at the lounge. So tells you kind of how many they still have. So we were able to get our pin and we saw all that new merchandise. That's a lot of really good merchandise. They have really, I think last year I made some comment about how they really need to step up their game for the pass holders, like doing something for us, because we didn't have an entrance, we didn't have a lot of stuff. And then recently last year they brought the pass holder lounge, and then there was like talk about them not renewing it, but then people kept saying they wanted it, they listened to us, and now it is staying permanently through 2020, where we're still gonna keep doing our pins, and they have special merchandise now. So, and also if you have any questions about your pass or you want to upgrade anything, you can do it within the lounge. So that's actually a really good thing. They do have a deal going on still about upgrading your pass from a 2-park to a 3-park, because we still haven't upgraded ours yet. But we may do it here in a little while, but we're not sure when yet. It's kind of like, oh look, they're doing a little daytime show for the water show, like the water area. I do really enjoy the fact they have done that, because you can now have a middle of the day like show. I enjoyed the water show at Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh yeah, that was new, and we were like so excited, and it was fantastic. We loved it.
Well, like that's a great addition, because you could do stuff like, because you have a huge lagoon like this, so it's a good like way of using it.
But it also spreads the park out, because there's 2 different shows going on at the same time, or different times.
Yeah.
So if you go watch this one and then you go watch Academy of Villains later on in the day or at night, then
it spreads you out a little bit more.
Spreads the whole
but see, that's the thing. It's like, it's the little, I mean, just as simple as putting in a water fountains over here. You change it from, you know, just a lagoon area to now you have a nighttime show that's actually really stinking good.
Oh yeah.
The cinema celebration.
Yes, during the summertime they have.
Or cinematic celebration.
Yeah.
It's really good. So let's go into the London area. I think we'll take a quick little pit stop into Diagon Alley. Let's see how it is in there. A lot of times, like one of the tricks we like to do is actually if you come up, so the main entrance is right over there in the red building, but if you actually come all the way to the edge right here, this is technically the exit. You don't get the cool view of seeing the dragon and looking down Diagon Alley, but it's a little bit less crazy walking in this way. I think this honestly is my favorite view. Like I know everyone likes the picturesque view of looking down Diagon Alley down to the dragon, but I like this view a lot more because you get the sheer size of how big the dragon is. Also, it's right above Gringotts, and Gringotts is actually posting a 40-minute wait, which honestly isn't too bad, but again, it also is early in the morning, so a lot of people are showing up right now. So, like what me and Allie talked about, we like coming in the evening, and we like closing out the parks instead because it's not as busy.
Wow! Hello there. My fellow thespians seem to have set things up quite nicely. Welcome, welcome, gather round. My name is Beckett. I am a graduate of WADA. That would be the esteemed Wizarding Academy of Dramatic Arts. I am not quite sure where everyone has gone off to. Ah, that would be my fellow performers now. Come, introduce yourselves. Virginia. Call me Virg. Samuel.
Hello, Sam.
And Darby. Very nice, thank you. Look at this attractive and obviously receptive crowd. This is the perfect place for us to hone our craft. Let's finish getting ready. On behalf of WADA, the Wizarding Academy of Dramatic Arts, we present to you the tales of Beagle the Bard. I won't quite finish. I would like to continue before my patience runs out.
What you looking at, Virg?
Oh, what's that, Sam?
It's Beckett's patience. Running out.
Places. Well, what story are we telling?
Hold on.
Ah, what story? The Fountain of Fair Fortune. Yay! My favorite! On the appointed day, 3 witches met on the outskirts of the crowd and told one another their sorrows as they waited for sunrise. The first, by name Asher, was sick of a malady no healer could cure. The second, by name Altheda, had been robbed of her home, her gold, and her wand by an evil sorcerer. The third, by name Amata, had been deserted in love and thought her heart would never mend. Finally, they reached the foot of the hill on which the fountain stood. There, wrapped around the base of the hill, was a monstrous white worm. bloated and blind. At their approach, it turned a foul face upon them and uttered the following words.
Pay me the proof of your pain.
Trying they might to move past the worm would not let them pass.
And Asher, despairing, began to weep.
Then the great worm placed his face upon hers and drank the tears from her cheeks. Satisfied, the worm slithered aside and disappeared from view.
The three witches and the knight continued to climb, but though they walked for hours more, they advanced not a step. The summit came no nearer, and still the inscription lay in the earth before them. All were discouraged, except for Altheda, who walked faster and harder than any of them.
Courage, friends, and do not yield!
She cried, wiping the sweat from her brow, as the drops fell, glittering onto the earth. The inscription blocking their path vanished, and they found that they were able to move upward once more, until at last they glimpsed the fountain, glittering like crystal in the bower of flowers and trees. Before they could reach it, however, they came to a stream that ran around the hilltop, barring their way. In the depths of the clear water lay a smooth stone bearing the words,
Pay me the treasure of your past.
Martha was the first to understand. Taking her wand, she drew from her mind all the memories of happy times she had spent with her vanished lover and dropped them into the rushing waters. The stream swept them away, and the three witches and the knight were able to pass at last. The sky burned ruby, and it was time to decide which of them would bathe. Before they could make their decision, frail Asher fell to the ground. Exhausted by their struggle to the summit, she was close to death. Altheda hastened to pick all those herbs she thought most helpful and poured the potion into Asher's mouth. At once, Asher recovered from her sickness and was able to stand.
I am cured! I have no need of the fountain! Let Altheda bathe!
But Altheda protested.
If I can cure this disease, I shall go to plenty! Let a man to bathe!
Sir Luckless bowed and gestured Martha toward the fountain, but she shook her head. The stream had washed away all regret for her past lover.
Good sir, you must bathe as a reward for all your chivalry! So the knight climbed forth in the last rays of the setting sun and bathed in the fountain of fair fortune!
So that was thoroughly enjoyable. Like, we were thinking that it was going to be the, but we thought it was going to be the story on the Deathly Hallows, and it was actually not. It was just there. So they talk about it. That show is based on the Beetle of the Bard or something like that. So different like stories and stuff. So that one was pretty cool because it was a different story I've never seen. But the thing we talked about that we are impressed by are those puppets are really impressive to look at. So also the one section where the scroll popped out of like with a bunch of scrolls and like shot up in the air and she caught it. That was pretty cool. So we're just gonna keep heading around Universal before we head over to Islands. So there are still some decorations up, but like I said, they don't do any more of the festivities anymore. So like as we come down like the New York section, they still have all the garland up, some of the lights up, the trees still up down the way, but I don't expect that to be up much longer, to be honest. Just because it is past the holiday season. So it's just kind of something to kind of keep in mind is that they will start taking some of this down. But if you are looking at seeing some of the decorations like post the busy season, usually about the first week they'll leave all this stuff up, and especially here at Universal, they ran the Christmas stuff until about the 5th. So that's usually a big thing that, well, you always can be mindful of, is that they do the stuff even after the busiest part of the year. So since we're over here in this area, we're over here right next to the Revenge of the Mummy. We haven't done the Mummy in a long time. So I think what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do this. It's only a 20-minute wait, but the Mummy usually is really good because it has 2 sides and it loads pretty quick for it. So, gotta put everything in the locker and we'll be right back out. So that ended up being like about a 20, maybe 25-minute wait at the most. What was just happening was people, because they have 2 loading areas, people weren't going to both loading areas. So that ended up causing it to be a little bit slower, but we were able to at least get on it and not have to wait too long. Now I will tell you, that building is kept very cold. We went over the launch because it doesn't have so it is a launching coaster. a much smaller version, a much smaller launching coaster than like Hagrid's, but this was also considered, Mummy was considered the best coaster at Universal Orlando until Hagrid's came to be a thing. But yeah, the thing about it is that it was so cold because we went up the launch hill, go over the lift, go over to the crest, and you hit the big main like ride building area, and it is freezing. All right, now we have left Universal Studios. We're gonna head over to Islands to get an idea like how busy it is. Ali is also looking for a phone case over here. She wants to get a new phone case because her current one is falling apart, and because she has
It's like broken, and then there's like
pieces. It's like pieces are coming, and it's also really dirty.
Yeah.
So like Universal has the same thing with like Disney, where they have. It's not like, so Disney's called D-Tech. I don't know what they have it for Universal, what they call it, but they have some places where you can go up to the little like iPad and actually search through phone cases. So like they don't actually have my phone ever just pre-made, since I have an Android Galaxy phone. So a lot of times I have to go in and go to those iPads to see if they have anything. So I think our biggest thing is going over there, checking out some merchandise and seeing what Hagrid's wait time, and maybe seeing a little bit of Jurassic World. So if you come over to Islands, it's all the way over to the left, just like a Universal. And the great thing is, there's absolutely no line. Just look for the blue sign everywhere. That's probably the first time when there's been a line that we've gotten in real quick.
Yeah, but Universal, I think people came over here first and then they went to Universal.
Probably, that's why Universal's probably getting a little busy now. Because they came over here for Hagrid's, because Hagrid's didn't open until almost 10 today. So, but if you are wondering where you can buy the personalized phone case, it's actually in here at DePhoto's Expedition Photography, right as soon as you enter, or down, if you go into the Fudge and Candy shop, if you go up and then to the right, it's actually this front section of the store. So that's, if you're curious for it, you can like customize it. We'll go in there in a little bit, or unless Ali wants to go in there now, we can look at it. I was saying like the phone cases are in there.
Yeah.
So we'll go in this way. So they say you design, so I picked on mine, and so you see you have all the different options of things. So if I do Harry Potter, and give it a second to load up, and then wow, you can actually just scroll through, and you can actually, some of these you can put your name on. So like, they have a bunch of cool designs. Then there's like some like Hufflepuff ones, because I'm a Hufflepuff. They have all these different levels of them. And what's pretty cool is they also started doing magnets. Now they don't have very many magnets, but they were testing out magnets, and I really like these. Now they have some like come out with like Harry Potter stuff or Marvel stuff. Maybe I'll get one. I like looking through her phone style for it. So I really wanted to come down here to see a little bit of the work that's going on for the Jurassic World coaster that has still been not announced, but I mean, we're all convinced it's coming, because from what we are told, it sounds like it's going to be themed towards the Raptor. It's going to be like a Raptor coaster, which means it's going to be a launching coaster. We got a lot of people working over there today. This thing will be really impressive when it does open, because it looks like it's going to span all the way from the corner over there by where Pterodon Flyers goes, all the way down in front, and then back around somewhere in this area, it looks like. So part of what we'll end up doing is they also did open up the area next to Popeye and Bluto's Build Rad barges. That area we may go down there, and then of course we'll stop by behind Mythos to check out anything that's going on back there. There are a lot of people working back there today, so, but the downside we did see as we were walking in, it looked like Hagrid's is closed right now, which means they're having some technical issues, which is, honestly though, it's the first time we've seen it closed being in the park in a while. Also, what we also want to do is we want to go over here to Green Eggs and Ham and see if they're still open, and has the menu changed at all, because we really enjoyed the buffalo chicken tater tots that they have over there. That little, like just a little tater tots shop is a great addition, I feel like. I've never seen they had a little dedication thing to Theodore Giselle, aka Dr. Seuss. That's really cool, actually.
I like Dr. Seuss. Generous.
Genius forever and be on the loose.
And to Mrs. Easler.
Father, thank you for guiding our way clear to the Sala Salou. But as you turn to the left, Green Eggs Ham is open, and actually if you come at 12:30 on a day like today, it's not that busy. I really do like. It looks like they haven't changed anything because they still have the pizza tots, green eggs and ham tots, buffalo chicken tots, the Who hash, and s'mores Nutella. So, pretty interesting. So if you are curious, they still do have all the stuff up for Seuss Landing. Do they have the signs still up? So they still have all their decorations up for Seuss Landing, but they don't have any of the Who's out, and the Grinch does not meet anymore. Just because all that stuff ended on the 5th or the 6th, I can't remember. But like I said, we were just kind of walking around, just kind of checking things out, walking through the Lost Continent. Like I said, we'll go down behind Mythos to go check out the construction. Yeah, they're really starting to take some great movements on this. You can see they got a lot going over in that area. I'm not sure what exactly all that area is. Again, we have no idea what this is because Universal's been very quiet about it. But they've got a lot going on. This used to be the old Raptor Encounter area, and they've really made it a lot of room. It looks like it's going to be a multi-launch coaster, but how many launches? Unknown. So they really didn't want to show off a whole lot just because there are a bunch of guys working right now, and I do respect kind of like not filming while they're working. Also, I don't want to get in trouble. I also think the reason why Universal hasn't closed this area off is because the only way to get to this is easier to go through Mythos right here, the sit-down restaurants, and come through this way, or you have to come back through this way, which is a smoking section. So, but I also think it's just an easy way for Universal to keep talking, to have like free pictures and video of their whatever they're building, because again, they haven't announced anything about what they are building yet there. You know, it looks like it is 100% gonna be a coaster. Kind of walking, we're kind of weird walking into Hogsmeade right here this minute because Hagrid's is down right now, so you don't hear the motorbikes going by. It's become like a new sound that we're just used to hearing all the time. I mean, it is unfortunate, but it is a coaster still, and this ride does have a lot going on with it. So unfortunately, it does go down for reasons, and it happens. I mean, just gotta be mindful of that, and it does all happen. Now, I'll tell you what's a really good view is coming in, and you get a nice picture of the Hogwarts Express train number 5972. It's really nice, actually. So like I said, it is having a small delay. However, like I said, this is one of the first times seeing it go down outside of, I mean, really, I think October when it started staying open almost all day. So that means it's just more of a coaster delay. I mean, it is what it happens. I mean, any ride can go down for a little bit of time just for any reason, and that just happens. I mean, again, you have 7 launches, 2 drop tracks, switch tracks, backward section. This has a lot of things. So the fact that it's not been breaking down as much like when it first opened, pretty good. In fact, that like on a day like today, it is a lot slower. It did break down. Oh well, it happens. I'll tell you though, this is a very, very photo-esque spot right here. As soon as you come out of Hogsmeade, you come up to Flight of the Hippogriff right over there. You got the Hogwarts Castle up on the hilltop with its ride in it. Now, the ride does have a 70-minute wait, so Forbidden Journey, it's a 70-minute wait, and I think that's because of the fact that Hagrid's is down right now. Now, the thing with Hagrid's is that when it does go down, if people are in line, they don't kick anyone out just because of how long the line is. And if worst case they do have to kick people out, they do give them the special pass, the special express pass that they do have for it. Well, like walked right into Jurassic Park, and it looks like they are redoing some tree work over here. Let me just put it this way, you walk into Jurassic Park and you see the entrance to for Forbidden Journey. They may be doing some work, like maybe trying to add in something, but for right this minute, it's weird because we should be in Prehistoric Park, but I see Hogwarts right there, so yeah, oh well. Now that does happen from time to time. They had to plant new trees. Maybe the old trees that were there had some issues and they had to cut them down. So that's always kind of a thing, and that's just how it is. I mean, that's how parks have illusion. I mean, like when you walk through this park, you see how dense the tree line is over here. It's not really hard to see it. I just have to kind of say this. So right here, we're in front of the Discovery Center. If you come up here, there's 2 paths, but if you go to the right, there's no outlet. To get anywhere like to the rest of the park, you have to go to the left. That's why they have this big sign right here. But if you want to see the Raptor Encounter, you just have to go down this way past the games. So that's how to get down to Pizza Predatoria, which is a small pizza little spot. But I love the like, oh yeah. Pizza's just good in general though. And then you kind of walk down this way. Now, like I said, I think what's going to end up happening is that they are going to keep this walkway, but I think there's going to be stuff going above this for like the coaster. So either they're going to have like an overturn or something going over the walkway here, But I mean, it all just depends. I mean, again, we know really nothing about this except for the fact that it looks like it is for sure going to be a coaster. It's going to be Raptor themed. It's going to be Jurassic World themed, even though that's not been confirmed by Universal. If anything shows it, I mean, Hagrid's, we didn't know anything almost 6 months before it opened. So once we get something, it should mean that we only have about 6 months until they open the attraction itself. Well, it looks like River Adventure's down for its refurb right now. I wonder if they did also close it, because so this ride has to go through a refurb quite frequently because of it being a water ride. So they have to come in, they have to paint things, make sure everything still works, because when you have water involved with things, it does end up taking quite a wear and tear. Now I do think they're also taking advantage of that now to also then maybe start doing some more work around behind River Adventure to like build up whatever they are for the coaster. Yeah, so it also looks like if you kind of see it, you can kind of see there's some scaffolding. They're also repainting a lot of the rocks and everything. Now again, this usually it doesn't last too long. They may be taking a little extra time because of the thing they are building, the Jurassic World coaster, quote, because it's not been announced. They may be taking a little extra time to do some work back there as well and rework the queue for Jurassic Park. The River Adventure is pretty cool. Now, I remember when Jurassic World out in Universal's Hollywood opened, a lot of people wondered if they were going to do the same thing here, and I said, I don't think they are. Because we also have space to build something new like a Jurassic World coaster. So then you have two different things, so you're not doing the same thing on both sides. But I will say, the Jurassic World out there looks pretty cool. Then you also have Kong, which is posting a 55-minute wait, and because it is not rain today, I think they can actually do the outside portion.
I was gonna take a photo, but I can't take a photo.
Oh, it's really hard to see. Well, also it's all this fencing is how that like netting is as well. I'm just kind of walking through up to Marvel's Superhero Island. I'm just Wolverine walking around.
Wolverine, yeah.
But yeah, like I think now that we've done Hagrid's and we've noticed Hagrid's staying open a lot later, I think we'll be able to start coming back in the evening time like we used to. We never really liked coming to Universal early in the morning like we did today, just because like it's a lot busier, and we've seen it how much busier it is. Even though it is supposed to be a slower time, it's a little bit busier. So we may start coming back in the evening time to close out the parks like we used to. Yeah, 45 minutes for Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. A little busy today.
Oh, I smell pretzels.
Me too. Literally, because there's a pretzel shop right here. So even though you do see Auntie Anne's, right above it's pretzels, because everything's supposed to be in a comic book style. Because like news, arcade, store, shop, comics behind us. Pretty cool cafe for the Fantastic Four cafe. But yeah, when you walk right by Amazing Spider-Man, the ride, all you smell is the pretzels, and they are actually really good though. Fortunately, we didn't ride any. I think we could have probably gone on Sue's Landing and rode a couple of things, but we were like, just kind of want to walk around. Like, we really just like walking around the theme park. Plus, got to see a little bit of the Jurassic World stuff. Like I said, I'm still kind of that weirdness of I don't like to show off too much because I don't want to get in trouble for it. So I show off what I feel is necessary, and everything else. And then kind of saw that, you know, for the first time that we've been coming back to Universal, that Hagrid's is down. So that's just an unfortunate thing that Hagrid's is down. But I mean, it is a coaster. It does happen. It's a very complex coaster, but it's become more and more reliable. Now, when Hagrid's first opened, you would have 4 to 5 of these down times a day, and the ride would only be open maybe 2 hours total. Now you're getting the ride open 6 to 7 hours, and maybe getting maybe 1, maybe 2 small delays.
They're increasing whatever they're doing.
Well, it's the repetition of the ride is finally starting to catch up. So we'll take a little quick stop into the souvenir shop, so maybe Allie could find her a phone case that she really wants. I don't know if I showed this. I did show this. I know I showed this Loungefly, but like, I don't think I've ever seen this Loungefly. So this Loungefly thing with like a little purse in it is $40. Then you have one that looks like a candy from it. Let's see, is there a price tag on it?
This one's a wallet. This is $55.
Wow.
Here's the price.
This is $84, which is about right for Loungefly stuff.
I would take this one, to be honest.
It's not bad actually. Like the chain though, like that's a chain.
That's why it's 84.
Yeah. You can see Allie has her new case. You can flip it over really quick. See, because she is a Ravenclaw. So this was $30 $32, and then your discount brought it down to like what, 28?
20 something, yeah.
So, because we do get discounts on that. So, but she actually didn't buy it from the store. She actually came into the big gift shop here at the front, the like company traders or something, trading company, I think it's what it's called. So, not too bad. So we are going to go ahead and call it a day from Universal Orlando Resort. Kind of just a nice little relaxing day out. We kind of came out hoping we would get to ride a lot more because we saw the wait times were short, but I think that's what everyone else thought because we only got to ride Mummy, which was about 20-25 minutes, so the wait time was about accurate on that. We thought maybe we could try to do Hagrid's because we've learned the wait is not actually, they post the wait really long, but I think they also posted long for any delays or anything that may happen. But yeah, I mean, it was just a really nice day to come out. We got to go over and see all the Universal Passholder stuff, saw the 2 new entrances, saw some new merchandise, got our monthly pin. As you can see, I've just got, Allie only likes to leave the one. I like to have all of mine on. And overall, we got to see a little more Jurassic World. So I mean, kind of just a nice little day out. Didn't get to ride as much as we thought, but I think what's gonna start happening is from now on, we're gonna start coming out later in the day, like 3 or 4 in the afternoon, and spending the last 2 to 3 hours in the park doing things because we've learned that's the slowest part of the day. So, but with all that being said, as we do head out from a very fun day here at Universal Orlando, we'll see y'all next time.